Dear students, welcome to Max for You, your online YouTube channel for CBSE 10th Mathematics. We are covering trigonometry chapter. We'll continue with exercise 8.1. So problem number 4. So we have seen problem number 1, 2, 3 in the last class. Here we need to find sin A and secant A given 15 cot A is equal to 8. So given 15 cot A is equal to 8, which means cot A will be 8 upon 15, that is 8 divided by 15. Cot A is equal to 8 upon 15. But what is cot A? Adjacent side by opposite side, which is the reverse of tan. Tan is opposite side by adjacent. Cot will be reverse of it, that is adjacent side by opposite. So let's draw the diagram. So now this is the right angle triangle, right angle at B. Let's call the sides as ABC, and A is the angle we have taken. So this is A, B and C. So given adjacent side, since this is the angle we have taken A, opposite side will be this, adjacent side will be this, hypotenuse will be this. So opposite side is 15, adjacent side is 8, which is given, and we do not know what is hypotenuse. We need to find out the value of AC, that is the biggest side, hypotenuse of the triangle. Now we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem to find out the value of hypotenuse. So using Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, that is biggest side square is equal to sum of the squares of the small other two sides. So AC square is equal to, what is AB? Is 8. And BC is 15. So 8 square plus 15 square. So 8 square will be 64, 15 square will be 225. Which means AC is equal to, here we have got square. So when it goes to that side, it becomes square root. So AC is equal to square root of 64 plus 225. Adding these two, we get 289. So squaring 289 will be 17. So AC is 17 now. So hypotenuse now is 17. Now it is very easy for us to find out sin A. Sin A will be what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. And secant A will be reverse of cos. What is cos? Adjacent by hypotenuse. That will be hypotenuse by adjacent. That's all. So sin is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, which is 15 by 17. And secant A is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent, that is 17 by 8. So problem number 4 completed. Now we will see problem number 5. So given secant theta is equal to 13 by 12, calculate all other trigonometric ratios, which means secant they have given. We need to find sine, cos, tan, cot, cosecant. So secant, as we have seen already, it is 13 by 12, which is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent. Now we will draw the diagram. This is right angle triangle at B. So this is A, this is B, this is C, right angle at B. Now we can take theta anywhere. Either we can take it in A or we can take it in C. Nothing wrong. Now for our convenience, I am making it at C. Now secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent. Now this is theta, opposite is this, adjacent is this, and hypotenuse is this. So this will be 12 and this will be 13. We need to find out AB using Pythagoras theorem. So using Pythagoras theorem, we have AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AB we need to find. So AB square will be AC square, this BC square will go to the left hand side, become minus. So AC square minus BC square will be AB square. So AB square is equal to AC square minus BC square. Now substitute the values of AC and BC in this, we get AB is equal to square root of 13 square minus 12 square. 13 square will be 169, 12 square will be 144. When you minus 169 minus 144, we will get square root of 25, which is 5. So now AB is 5. Now we need to substitute the values in other corresponding trigonometric ratios. Now what is sin theta? Opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite is 5 by 13. Then cos theta will be adjacent by hypotenuse, 12 by 13. And tan theta will be opposite side by adjacent, that is 5 by 12. And cosecant theta will be opposite of sin theta. Sin will be opposite side by hypotenuse. The hypotenuse by opposite side. That is 13 by 5. Then cot will be reverse of tan. 5 by 12 means 12 by 5. Otherwise, here hypotenuse opposite is 5, adjacent is 12. So adjacent by hypotenuse 12 by 5. That's all. So problem number 5 is over. We'll move on to problem number 6. If angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A is equal to cos B, then show that angle A is equal to angle B. So they are given A and B are the two angles, and cos A is equal to cos B they have given. We need to prove angle A is equal to angle B. Now let us take this is the triangle ABC. They have not said right angle triangle, they have said acute angle. These two are acute angle. Now we mark A, B, C. We will draw a perpendicular line from C to AB. Right angle at D. Now this is A and B. So now let's draw triangle ABC and CD perpendicular to AB. So we need to prove side AC is equal to BC to show angle A is equal to angle B. So whenever in a triangle, if the two sides are equal, then the angle opposite to those sides must be equal. So we need to prove this angle and this angle are equal. We need to prove this. The opposite side of this angle is this, opposite side of this angle is this. That is the AC and BC must be equal, we need to prove. If we can able to prove AC is equal to BC, then it is evident that angle A is equal to angle B. Now given that cos A is equal to cos B. So here cos A will be opposite side by hypotenuse, that is DC by AC. Then cos B will be DC by BC. That is equal, they have given already. So we are going to use that. So AD by, adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is, this is A, opposite is DC, adjacent is AD. So AD by AC, and here same way, opposite is this, adjacent is BD. BC by BD. That is BD by BC, hypotenuse. So AD by AC is equal to BD by BC. Now we are going to take this as X. Let's take. That is AD by AC. AD by AC. Now what we have done here, I cross multiplied. BD I am cross multiplying with this, and AC I am cross multiplying with this. So BD will come down here, AC will go up here. So AD by BD is equal to AC by BC, because we need to prove AC is equal to BC now. For that convenience, I am rewriting this as AD by BD is equal to AC by BC. That we call it as X. Now we can equate these two and these two separately. Now taking first division, AD by BD, AD upon BD is equal to X, which means AD is equal to X into BD. Then AC upon BC is equal to X again, which means AC is equal to X into BC. Now we call this as equation number 1. Now from triangle CAD, that is CAD. Now we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem, that is CD square is equal to AD square plus DC square. No? So CD square we need to find out. So CD square I can write AC square minus AD square. That is any of the side if you want to find out, then minus the other side square from the highest side square, that is AC square. So CD square is equal to AC square minus AD square. Now here AC I can substitute XBC, AD I can substitute XBD. So this equation will become XBD square then XBC square, that is X square BD square minus X square BD square. Now this is for AC X square BC square minus AD X square BD square. Now x square is common because we have x square in both terms, so we can take x square out. So x square into bc square minus bd square, we call this as equation number 2. Same way, from triangle CBD, that is CBD, CD square is equal to BC square minus BD square. Now compare equation number 1 and 2. Equation 1 is CD square is equal to this. Equation 2 also CD square is equal to this. So both are equal. So we can equate this with this. So from 2 and 3 we get x square into bc square minus bd square is equal to bc square minus bd square. Now we have bc square minus bd square in both right and left hand side, so that we can cancel. So x square is equal to 1, which means x is equal to 1. Normally plus or minus 1, but we can neglect minus, we can take plus 1, which means when we substitute x is equal to 1 in equation number 1, we get AC is equal to BC. AC is equal to BC, which means we have proved the two sides are equal, which means the side opposite to that angle will be equal. Since angle opposite to the equal sides of a triangle are equal, therefore angle A is equal to angle B, hence proved. We will be moving on to problem number 7. If cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, evaluate this and this. Now we can do this in two ways. One way is, as earlier we have done, cot theta means adjacent side by opposite side. So find out the other side of the triangle, then substitute the values of sine and cos, then find out. That is one way of doing it. Other way, I am going to do that. You can try finding out the using this cot theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. Substitute that in a triangle and find out the unknown value of the triangle, unknown side of the triangle, then try to substitute the values. Now I am going to do the second method. Now let's take problem number 1. So given cot theta is equal to 7 by 8. Now problem number 1 is 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now this is of the form 1 plus a plus b into a minus b, which means a square minus b square, that is 1 square minus sin square. The same way, denominator 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. This is also a plus b into a minus b. So 1 square minus cos square. We get numerator is 1 minus sin square, denominator is 1 minus cos square. Now we have the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So 1 minus sin square theta will be cos square. The same way 1 minus cos square theta will be sin square. So cos square by sin square. This I can write it as cos by sin the whole square. What is cos by sin? Cot, that is cot square. What is the value of cot? It is given as 7 by 8. So 7 by 8 whole square, which means 7 square by 8 square, 49 by 64. Problem number 1 is over. Very simple. And second one, it's very simple, you can do it yourself. Cot square theta we need to find out. Cot square theta can be written as cot theta the whole square. But what is cot theta? 7 by 8, which is again 49 by 64. So with this we complete up to problem number 7. Remaining problem we will do it in the next class. Thank you for watching us. Kindly subscribe, share and comment. Our website is www.maxforyou.com. Thank you.